Welcome to KO Stories, where I tell stories of the mysterious, twisted, and paranormal. And today is no different. I got a really good story for you guys. So, without any further ado, it's time to slip into a mind that's not our own. Welcome back to Hell Week Aftershock, and thank you guys so much for watching this. And yes, this shirt is so cool, and I really wish I could have wore it telling the Scream story, but we all know it's already been done. But as you can tell, we're still going with the KO Stories theme, Aftershock, and here we go. I got a story for you today. Now this one, I'm telling because I have never heard. Now, when we talk about important cases, this, that, and the other, they're all important, right? Whether it's somebody missing or somebody that was tragically killed. This story, I kind of tell from a different angle at first, but I couldn't get that much detail on it, so then we switch it up in the middle. You'll see what I'm saying, but as of now, it's time to slip into a mind that's not our own. Let's go. Okay, so in 2003, 26-year-old LSU graduate student Carrie Lynn Yoder would end up being a linchpin in catching a notorious serial killer. But she just didn't know it. So on Monday from 9 a.m. to lunchtime, Carrie was at the Life Sciences AG Center on the south end of the LSU campus working on her PhD in plant biology. Then at 12:30 p.m., Carrie drove home and was there for about 4 hours until about 4:30 p.m. Then she went to the Winn-Dixie grocery store on Burbank. Now, at around 5:15 p.m., she returned home. And then at 7:45 p.m., she had her last known contact. After that, she went missing. Now, the police force and the serial killer task force ended up putting together this huge manhunt because there were two serial killers on the loose at that time, both in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So they didn't want to rule anything out, even though at the beginning, she just remained missing. Now, one of these serial killers was convicted of murdering 2 women and linked to the deaths of 5 other women in South Louisiana between 1998 and 2003. But he wasn't tried in those cases mysteriously. Now, during May in 2003, investigators have found a match to the DNA samples taken from one of these serial killers' final victim. And unfortunately, it was 26-year-old Carrie Yoder. So even though Carrie plays a small but big part in our story, maybe it gives her family some solace knowing that her DNA helped catch a killer that is suspected of killing many women. Now, we're about to talk about a man named Derrick Todd Lee. And he was a smooth talking charmer who also had a secret life. You see, going back, Derrick, at the age of 13, on November 8th, 1981, was arrested for burglarizing and vandalizing a candy store. And on that same day, he assaulted a woman right in front of his mother. Then from there, 3 years later, on August 8th, he was arrested on suspicion of murdering a civilian, but was for some reason released. He also set his own car on fire in order to collect the insurance money, and then on July 2nd, 1988, Lee was arrested for attempting to rob another civilian, but the charges were reduced and he shortly left jail. So later, sometime in 1988, he met Jacqueline Sims and married her on August 17th the same year in Solitude, Louisiana. Now, their relationship afterward became immediately strained as he kept slapping her and once threatened her father with a gun. Now, at some point during 1998, Lee just snapped for an unspecified reason and just started killing women indiscriminately. Starting with 28-year-old Randy Mcgee, whose body was never found, unfortunately. Lee then murdered 6 more women in the 6-year span. All the while, he continuously got himself arrested for unrelated crimes and also began cheating on his wife with an unknowing woman named Cassandra Green, whom he would later threaten to kill, then beat, and got arrested as a result. Now, these crimes attracted the attention of authorities, who gave the then unidentified perpetrator the nickname of the Baton Rouge Serial Killer. Now, for a while, Lee was actually suspected as the murderer of Randy Mcgee and was put under police watch. And they said that one of the main reasons why nobody could wrap their head around him being a serial killer and why he got away with what he was doing for so long is because most serial killers are white. And he wasn't. Now, just to let you know a little more about Lee, this was his MO. He'd be targeting random women who were all successful and in the working class. Now, Lee attacked his victims in their homes, with the exception being Tanisha Cologne, who was attacked near the gravesite of her mother. Then he would kill them through various ways, such as strangulation, stabbing, and even bludgeoning. He would also sexually assault them before their deaths. This is literally one of those serial killers who would stalk their prey, watch their every move, and then strike. Now, it is known that Lee killed 7 to 11 people and attempted to kill another 4 and also assaulted 3 and stalked another. And that's just what we know of. Derrick Lee was sentenced to death, but before his injection day came, he died in prison of a heart attack. Now, Derrick ruined the lives of many women, including his own wife. I think it's safe to say that Baton Rouge, Louisiana is a lot safer without him. Now, I know that story might not have been the most exciting, but it is a serial killer getting caught, and that's what we like to see. And soon we are going to be doing detective work, which is a series on KO Stories, where I'm going to be going live and asking you, the audience, with me, trying to help to catch a killer. Basically, we're going to pull up some cases, we're going to watch some videos, and then we're going to find out what we can find out. And I believe if we put our minds together, we may be able to cipher out some clues that maybe the police or detectives haven't even found. Now, I thank you once again for watching this. Hell Week Aftershock continues, but if you still are in the mood for another video, make sure to click here, 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 and please subscribe if you get the chance. Thank you, I'll see you next time, and
welcome to KO Stories, where I tell stories about true crime, missing people, and the paranormal. As of now, it's time to slip into a mind that's not our own.